Yeah, man, you speak Swiss German. That's impressive. You try comedy in German?
No, I've never said a funny thing in German. I can barely say a grammatical sentence in German. The thing is,
funny.
I sometimes still make mistakes when speaking German. Like when I'm tired or whatever, I haven't spoken in like a week. And you see how you bomb. Like you're talking to someone and you say like the wrong article or whatever, and you see their face is the same face someone makes when your joke bombs on stage.
Oh, that's horrible. Like I didn't want to learn German before. Now I want to even less. Yes?
That happened last night. Yeah, I was talking to these two people, and then I was so hungry, and I just like I made a mistake, and I noticed it right after I say it, but I don't want to say, oh sorry, I meant that other case, right? I said the wrong article. But I saw both their faces like, okay, this guy is more foreign than we thought.
Oh.
Hello everyone, we are Brolish. Welcome to the next episode. I'm your host Łukasz Segiet.
And I'm also your host, Richard Cunha, and today we have a special guest, Pouya!
Hello.
Yeah, he's as excited as we are. Look at the excitement on his boy face.
Do I look in the camera or do I look at you? Or
Look, man, you can look whatever place you
at
want.
the prettiest thing in the room?
Then we're all gonna look at Łukasz.
He's looking in the other direction, so a white wall is better than me. But
white man.
This is going as well as most of my dates.
oh,
Oh, that's a Łukasz joke.
okay, yeah, let's introduce Pouya. So yeah, you started doing comedy a few months ago, and I really like your stuff. That's as much as I want to say.
Okay, yeah, thank you, man. I'm flattered and a bit hard, honestly. From all that.
I don't believe you're hard because of the meds.
Oh yeah, I would have been hard if I wasn't on meds, but I'm not right now. But yeah.
I was hoping in this episode we were not gonna go straight to sexual stuff, but clearly-
Oh, it's impossible.
Oh, sorry, this is a Christian show. I'm sorry.
An American Christian show, so
Okay.
it's even worse. Pouya, this is a cool thing because you know, like sometimes we grow up in very different places. Like he grew up in Poland, I grew up in Brazil, you grew up in
I grew up in Iran. Yeah.
Iran, yeah. But sometimes you meet those people that no matter which part of the world it goes, it instantly sinks in, and it feels like you're friends for a long time.
Yeah, honestly, I feel the same way. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
because we share hobbies and stuff.
Not only that, but we also laugh at the same bullshit.
Yeah, we laugh
Which
at
I think that's how friends actually connect. Is that if I meet a comedian that doesn't laugh at the same silly stuff I laugh, even though we share hobbies, I don't know
Right.
if I'm gonna be hanging out with that guy.
I see. Yeah, laughter connects people, I guess. If I
Wow.
have to say a generic sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be one.
So last episode we only did questions. This episode we only do generic sentences.
Laughter is a window to a soul.
I feel like laughter is the best medicine.
As Jim Gaffigan would say, after you've had real medicine, then yeah. Laughter.
Yeah, you're a real nerd, comedy nerd, man. This is one of the things that I appreciate. You really took time to study it before you even started.
Yeah, I guess I've always been like a huge comedy fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever I got sick, I would just watch stand-up on YouTube. Also in my free time, right, I spent a lot of time at home watching YouTube, watching stand-up. So yeah, I guess when I see you guys, right, I come to the shows, I see you guys, I see behind the scenes, I feel like a new world open to me, right? That before starting stand-up, I was just like a spectator, but now I'm seeing how like people work on jokes, people like you do a great job hosting shows, right? I see like your thought process that goes behind hosting. I see like different types of comedians, like Łukasz has a very unique style, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but
That's really good.
it's just
That was a like you open my eyes a lot more to some stuff about, for example, Dave Attell. Chris Darvid has been telling me to watch Dave Attell for 200 years, and I watched it at the beginning, but I was too innocent to understand how deep and how beautiful his work is, and now I fucking love the man. It's so incredible. It makes me laugh so much.
Yeah, I mean, there's a beauty to simplicity. I remember before doing my first set, I was like watching YouTube videos on how to write jokes, and the guy said, I don't remember his name, he said, the best jokes are simple, and like Dave Attell is like the epitome of that. Like you listen to his joke, it's like the best that joke could be, right? It doesn't have one word extra. It's just like perfectly crafted. Yeah, you can add or subtract anything.
Yeah, man, I don't know. How do you feel about that? Because you like Bo Burnham a lot, and Bo Burnham, it's not simple.
He's singing songs and doing all kinds of weird stuff,
Which is simple.
which is what I like. No, yeah, it's not. Yeah, Dave Attell, I just saw his last special, and maybe I had seen a long time ago his earlier special, and I thought it was fine, but didn't grip me as much. I think I'd rather watch some weirder side of comedy, yeah, like Bo Burnham, or recently I watched Andy Kaufman's show that I got on DVD, which was. Which is barely stand-up, really. It's a comedy show for 1 hour with a bunch of gimmicks, and he invites guests, and it's a very, very weird thing. So,
Cool.
But yeah.
But before we go into stand-up, because otherwise we're going to be here nerding out for 40 minutes about stand-up.
Right, but so for example, for me, Stuart Lee is way better, or like I like his
really?
stuff way more
Interesting.
than Dave Attell or anyone really doing comedy now.
Very cool, yeah.
But he goes, but he does also very weird stuff. He goes very meta, and he keeps breaking the fourth wall. And especially if he's recording, like he keeps talking to the camera at times. I mean, he keeps returning. So there are two separate narratives, kind of. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. And Pouya, let's talk about life, dude.
Life.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
God.
How's fucking
My
life?
favorite thing in life.
My favorite thing in the world.
Life's alright, yeah. I haven't been sleeping much the past 2 months since I started stand-up, but other than that, yeah, it's good. I have a hobby, I have a life, which I haven't taken yet.
Yeah, you should start with small doses of life. Like you
Yeah.
shouldn't go full in, I think.
Yeah.
It can be overwhelming.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's good. It's been a big change in my life, in my circle of people that I see every day. Yeah, I guess when you do stand-up, you get to meet a lot of special people.
By
Special needs.
You mean autists?
Yeah. Your peers, let's say. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all different flavors of the autism.
Yes. Different colors of the spectrum.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go, dude. Yeah, do you remember, like, okay, fuck it. Like, if your life is stand-up now, let's talk about stand-up. Who cares?
We can talk about you. What do you want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about your love life because there's nothing a lot,
Yeah, there's
not a
nothing.
lot to talk about.
Nothing to love about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different from Łukasz. You're not a very horny man.
Yeah. Not anymore. Yeah. The way
Not
he
any-
laughs.
I don't know, man. I will, if I cast your mind 20 minutes ago, I'm that balcony right there.
Right.
That was a guy speaking about a very nice punchline that the lady did on stage.
Yeah, it was beautifully crafted punchline. Yeah, it was like perfect shape. Nothing. Nothing extra.
Can you describe her punchline?
It was like a Dave Attell punchline. I mean, it was just simple, to the point. You see it and you get it. You're like, yeah, I could not add or subtract anything to that punchline to make it better.
I feel like you could add something to that punchline.
Yeah, I mean, you could do stuff with the punchline, but I don't know. You could add to it.
Wait, are we talking about the
comedian's
comedian's
ass.
booty?
Yes.
Heyo!
No, we don't want to objectify anybody, but we do.
It was many years ago, so I don't know if she's still.
Hot.
Yeah, probably not because too old now.
Wow.
No,
okay,
sorry.
we're back about
No,
talking about. Okay,
sorry.
so let's move on from fucking love
Yeah,
life.
our common friend Harry, he thinks my favorite or my best punchline is me taking my shirt off. Like, he thinks this is the best thing I can do on stage. So
I don't believe it.
there we go.
I don't agree.
I like to be objectified from time to time. So
I've never seen that punchline. You want to do it now?
No.
For
No.
this audio podcast?
No, we have video.
We also have video, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the listeners will love it.
no, but on comic strip, if I'm invited, which I will be, I was promised.
Invite
So-
him again.
Sooner or later, man. No, I wanted to ask you something. I wanted to ask, what was like your best show? Like, what's the show that like you say, okay, this is what every show that I do now, I want to get back to that high. Do you remember it?
Honestly, the first time I ever, like the first set ever, was the one I remember the most. The first time I did it, my first time,
Right.
number one.
I'm
yeah.
just trying to think if I saw that set or I
No,
didn't. No.
I think neither of you were there, but yeah, I remember the host Ahmed trying to introducing me, and before he said my name, all I had in my head was just run out. Right? I was so
Really?
yeah, my heart was pumping through my chest. I was like, I wanted to run out, but I said okay, fuck it, and I look at him holding the microphone, him handing me the microphone. I hold it. I'm like, never held this before. Like I don't even know how to hold it up to my face or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I go.
Did you get the flashbacks of holding? Okay, no, let's move on.
Łukasz.
Yeah,
He's doing
the second time. Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I had a bunch of jokes. I thought none of them were gonna work, so I do the first one. It works, and people are laughing harder than I expect.
Yeah.
And I was practicing it for like a few days before, and I would just like say it one after the other, right? I wouldn't pause in between, and they would laugh, and that threw me off. I'm like,
Oh, what do I do now?
yeah, no, I would like scream on top of them. So I say like blah 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 blah, and they would like ha ha, and I would like speak louder on top of their laughter. Like no, this continues. Shut up. Like
This is about me. I have to do the jokes.
yeah, I didn't know like to wait until they finished and continue. But yeah, almost every joke worked. It's probably my only time that almost every joke worked. I mean, you get kind of a freebie on your first time, right? The
Yeah, you
host
get
is
it.
like, be nice to him, and
You
people
get the
expect.
first time boost. Yeah, you do.
People expect you to be shit, and then you're not
Oh,
complete
yeah.
shit, and that already surprises people.
That's a pet peeve of mine, you know, when I call people on stage and I go, hey people, give it up, this is the first time with this guy on stage, and the guy goes on stage, the first thing he says, this is not my first time, this is my second, the first time I did it was like 6 years ago, and I go, shut the fuck up,
Right.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
I hate it, I hate it, and every week it happens at least once.
Yeah. Watch everyone who wants to do comedy kiss.
Yes, don't fucking do that.
Take
If I
this
tell-
guy's advice.
If
It
the
really
host
helps
says
you.
something, you either roll with the punch, you know, or you make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
Don't correct just for the sake of correctness. It doesn't fucking matter. It's comedy.
Yeah, don't be German about it.
Oh,
basically,
yes.
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 Yeah.
Excuse my racism, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's racism. It's xenophobia because Germans are not a race.
Germans, okay.
They tried.
They tried to be the master race, but
Oh
they're not even
no.
a race.
Oh
It
no.
backfired.
It backfired.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
They made a mistake of starting the war with the whole world.
With the
Right.
world. Hey, God bless Norm McDonald's. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Yeah.
R.I.P. Norm McDonald's, man.
Yeah. Łukasz, how do you feel about Germans as a Polish man?
I made many German friends when I lived in Germany, and even
Nice.
before and after that.
Yeah, it's all gone.
And yeah, I like these people, the ones I happen to meet. Yeah, I mean, and history, the past. yeah.
The past is the past.
It's the past. Seems like a long time ago. But what I realized is how it's ingrained in their bringing up in terms of how they are taught in school. Like, yeah, this was really bad. Like, don't make jokes about
Yeah.
Hitler and I had one friend who kept doing these jokes, and he's my favorite German person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, like humor, we bonded over that for sure.
Nice. Yeah. I feel like jokes are a way to express sort of pain or whatever, or some tension in the room or in history, right? If that's a thing that happened, so why shouldn't you be allowed to joke about it?
No, I don't think I don't think we even discuss in this podcast being allowed to joke about something or not. I think this is such a natural thing for us to think that fuck it, I'm gonna joke about anything I want, that I don't even think about it.
Right.
Right, but joking can be also like the coping mechanism or the way to
Yes.
to kind of go past through things or put traumatic things in a different light.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not always. You shouldn't make maybe fun of someone else's trauma, but yeah, in a way, if you make jokes about the experience that you have had or something that is shared by people, and you make it lighter, then maybe it helps them with coping with understanding. It's something normal that we can move past.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh man, yes. I was thinking yesterday, like we had a very nice show. Really enjoyed it, and it was a very diverse audience with respect to the ones that I usually get, because it was 80% 40 to 60 ladies.
Right.
40 to 60-year-old ladies.
Right.
And
My favorite demographic.
Yeah, I didn't know it was my favorite demographic too, but now it was such a lovely show because I could really feel them letting go of their prejudices, letting go of like, I have to be a lady, and just getting into the show and laughing, and the process of seeing them literally allow themselves to laugh and to have fun, for me it was so magical. So I went home and I kept thinking about that, and I was so happy about that. I was like, oh, okay, sound cheesy and corny, but I'm very happy that this is my job. That I get to do this and then like help people participate and have this experience, because I talked to them afterwards, and the 9 ladies they came, they had a bingo WhatsApp group, and then no, I'm just kidding. It wasn't. I don't know how did they end up there, but the 9 ladies, they came together, and after the show they were like, this is our first comedy show in Switzerland, and we're definitely coming back. And we're really enjoying it, and that really made my heart really happy, because I was like, damn, these people had fun, these people enjoyed, just because I go there and I tell jokes about eggs.
Right.
It's good that you had appropriate material for
no, actually I talked about assisted suicide, and they start pulling back a little bit, okay. but then we managed to get to common ground in which everybody was happy afterwards. So it was a very beautiful dance in which I go like, and I go, yeah, can I go this? Can I push it in? And then they go, and I go, okay. And then I go around, and then it was very, very nice, and everybody did very well, and it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. So right now, how do you feel? Do you think about the audience? Do you have enough like mental power to not think only about your jokes and try to understand the feeling in the room at this point?
No, honestly, I don't. I feel like I'm too much of a beginner to think about all of that, because there's so many things to think about, right?
True. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to take it like one step at a time. Like I look at people and I see the different reactions, right? That you get.
Sure.
Like there's people smiling, there's some that hate it, right? It's an interesting thing to experience, but honestly, I don't have that many jokes to be able to like gauge the room and say, okay, I'm gonna do these jokes because this room is like, I don't know, I have the 5 jokes that I do, so that's
not
what I
true.
say,
You have
right?
more than 5 jokes, man.
6.
All right, that's pretty good. Yeah. That's pretty good.
7. 8.
What about you, Łukasz?
I have 9 jokes.
No, how do you feel about
What?
the audience?
Yeah, now I try to say as few words as possible and just waiting for people to laugh at the inappropriate moments and then complaining that they are laughing in the wrong moments.
Yes.
And after that I'm like, oh yeah, you see, you can laugh in some way, and then building on that.
Nice.
No, but this is interesting. No, I'm actually now trying to look more at people and see their reactions,
Mhm.
and I try to use it to guide me.
Mm.
I don't think I change it. Okay, it can change what I'm gonna say.
Yes.
But usually I do stick to the jokes more or less if I remember them that I had planned.
Yeah.
But sometimes the audience inspires me to say jokes maybe in a slightly different way, or to change my go on a tangent or interact with the person if they
Mhm.
reacted in some way that I feel like I can interact with.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pay more attention to that because
Mhm.
I realize now I feel more and more comfortable on stage.
Yeah.
So I think I'm unlocking some capacity to do that, to be more present,
Alright.
to observe people a little bit more. But still, I feel like it feels like I'm just scratching the surface.
Of course,
that.
we're very young on that. I think I have a little bit of. For me, it comes so naturally
Mm.
that I don't have to actively think about it. It just is part of me because I growing up I was like a pastor kind of. Pastor.
Pastor or
Yeah,
priest,
like I would
or
speak.
how scared should we be?
Well, not scared at all. Like it was a very different brand of Christianism that I grew up with.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
Like the Westboro Baptist, what's it called?
No, it was more. It wasn't very culty. Like
Okay.
it was much more relaxed.
Mm.
It's like I would call it Christianism light. Yeah.
Could you at least forgive me my light sins?
Oh well, when you run the light on the shows, that's what you meant.
That's not what I meant, but I
Well,
hope you can forgive me those.
I can't forgive everything, Ben. I love you forever. No, the thing is, so growing up, I mean, this is very quick. I just explained like the Christianism brand that we were. The salvation comes through charity.
Right.
So nothing else. So you don't have to confess or come to the church, or doesn't matter.
Right.
As long as you're being charitable.
Right.
Because they say, okay, Jesus said love the other like you love yourself, and charity is love in practice. So just do that,
Right.
and that's it.
Are you trying to convert me or?
No, I'm not converting you. I'm telling you how why this helped me. So I thought, what best can I do? And I was very good orator. I was very good at talking to people. So I thought, okay, if I pick up these lessons from Jesus and I make them, like, turn them into practical things that people can improve their lives with, that's my way to do charity.
Right.
So I went crazy on that. So I
Right.
was doing sets every night.
What were you preaching, or what were you teaching people?
I would work each month, or like each week I would work on a different passage. So that I had a week about patience, a week about loving yourself, a week about faith, a week about relationship with your father, a week about forgiveness, and then I would study that topic as deeply as I could within the Christian light, and then try to make that thing
More tight.
tight. First of all, I'll try to sneak some jokes there. I always had jokes.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were jokes, but they were jokes.
Right.
And I was already writing without realizing that was that. And I tried also to make things accessible. Because if you go and read the Bible, it's completely like it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
But the idea behind it, the subtext behind it, is actually pretty. It's actually
Right.
beautiful to think about it.
I don't know.
It
Depends
is.
on which part.
Well, forgive your friends and move on, and like love yourself first before you can learn to love the others. This is what it is.
Beautiful. Also, there's a story where they circumcised the entire village and killed them all and took their goats and like ran away.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna go preach about that. Yeah, I'm gonna go there and be like, hey people, you know the guys on the other city, we should go fuck their goats. No, I mean you have to have common sense and understand that the whole world evolved. Both morally and intellectually, and then leave those stupid part behind. I don't understand people who get stuck in these parts of the Bible. Just move on. It doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, I agree with moving on.
Take what's good.
Yes.
And move on. We do that with everything. We do that with people we meet. We take the good lessons and we leave the shit that you don't like about the guys away.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you're worrying about things that you shouldn't and wasting your energy and time. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Right.
we should move on from religion at some point, but
In your life, forever.
Maybe some
I don't
form
agree,
of spirituality is
Yeah,
good.
exactly. Yeah,
But
that's it.
I grew up in
Yeah.
Poland
Ah,
as
sorry.
in a Catholic environment, and I thought that many of the things that the priest would be preaching would be like love yourself, love other people, be nice, be kind, forgive people, do not forget, especially about 9/11. Anyway,
Never forget. Yeah.
Never forget about the 9th of November.
So I thought there are many things, but in the Bible and also many things that the priests are preaching, I didn't necessarily agree with, and I thought it should move on. So to me, at least the Catholic Church seemed like very old-fashioned in a way. So now
Sure.
I'm
not. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not defending like the church itself. What I'm saying is, like the mentality I have was, if something doesn't make sense for me, I don't follow, because that is not, because it doesn't say follow this or you're doomed for eternity. It just say do charity. It didn't tell, like it didn't have prohibitions. You're not allowed to masturbate. You're not allowed to have sex before marriage. There was nothing about that.
Right.
It's just like, is this the most charitable thing that you can do? Have sex with this girl that is 16 with no condoms while you're also 16?
Okay.
And it was
Good
like,
that you clarified that I was
I
gonna
was also 16.
go to jail.
Yeah. No. So is this the most charitable thing to do? Like if you're gonna have a kid, are you able to deal with the consequences of your actions while being as good as you can? No.
Yes.
So maybe I should rethink it.
Right.
If yes, fuck it, do it.
Do it. All right.
Yeah. So I never use condoms.
Nice.
that was the charitable thing to do.
That's the charitable thing to do. Skin to skin, brother, man. No, but so the point I was trying to make is that because of this mentality that I had growing up,
Right.
this is between 14 and 23.
Right.
So it helped a lot during my sermons, which were 1 hour, to understand how people are feeling
Right.
and shape, because I knew what I wanted to say, I just didn't know how.
Okay.
So I would have a lot of improv in the middle,
Right.
based on people's interaction, based
I
on
see.
people's feeling, based on people. Because I would tell, if you wake up and you brush your teeth, and you were so depressed before that you didn't brush your teeth for the past 10 days, that's a victory, and you should cherish that and use that victory to fuel yourself with energy to do something else, the next thing. And if the only thing you do is brush your teeth, you should be happy already because it's better than the day before.
Right.
And then I would see a guy that would go like, oh my God, and for him was so important.
Right.
And then I'll see a lady that will be like, I brush my teeth every day. And then I'll say, okay, but then what is about that lady that I can say that will touch her?
I see. So you would say the same jokes, but like in a different way, depending on the audience.
Yeah. For years. Yeah.
Instead of brushing your teeth, brushing your hair.
But then I noticed, for example, in this specific example, which is something that happened, I would notice that the lady, she wasn't depressed, but she didn't have faith in herself enough. So she was just like, that doesn't make sense because this is just something that I should do, so I shouldn't care about it. Why should I even care? You do what you have to do and that's it. So that's very dangerous, because if you only do what you have to do, you ignore your needs, and then sooner or later you crumble.
Yeah.
So then I would go into that, and I would be like, oh, okay, if you're living this militaristic life in which everything you do is only what you should do, and never you do what you wanna do,
Yeah.
you're gonna break down.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
You can't live like that. Life just doesn't go. And this is all extracted from understanding the way I wanted to understand from what Jesus said. So it's like, today this is modern psychology, but like somehow if you extrapolate, you get it from the books, whatever.
Right.
So I should become a pastor?
You
If I
shouldn't
wanna be
become a pastor,
comedian?
but at a certain point you have to feel like you need to touch people.
I mean, I'm on medication. I'm not gonna feel like that for a few more months at least.
Few more months of no touching.
No touchy, no feely.
Were you brought up religious or?
Me, not at all, no. I mean, I grew up in a religious country. We sort of had a very religiously driven regime.
Mm-hmm.
And like at school, we had like religion class, we had Quran class. Every morning, someone would read from the Quran. I still know some of it by heart, right? But like my parents weren't religious at all. No one in my family was religious. It was mostly like you were living a double life.
Mm-hmm.
Like the life you live outside is very different from the life you live inside. I guess it's like that for a lot of Iranians. So you just put a mask on every time you go outside, especially for women, because they're literally putting like a scarf on and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then they come inside, there's like totally different person. So it was the same also for us kids, right? So your parents would tell you not to say certain stuff at school, like not to challenge the teachers too much, right? Just
fuck.
just
What
to
would
get
happen
by.
if you do?
Like, I mean, you're a kid, so nothing will happen to you, but it might be bad for the parents, like thinking back. That they know, this household, they're like infidels, not infidels, but you know what I mean, they're like, those people are like, yeah, those people could be whatever, and then troublemakers, and then there's a lot of like politics and stuff going on maybe at the same time, that like you don't get in a good school in a few years, or I don't know.
That's wild. So that would be
social-
like social repercussions for the behavior of your rebel child at school.
Yes. So yeah.
That
I
is
don't know.
wild.
Yeah.
How
You don't think that influenced you somehow? Like, how did that translate into who you are now? Because I feel like you're almost an adult.
Yeah, I mean, I guess every Iranian person I meet that, like from my generation, we have a sort of feeling of, like a bad feeling whenever we're having a good time or fun, you know?
Oh,
And you always
man,
feel like
that's
you're
so
sinning.
painful.
You know what I mean?
That's tough.
Yeah. So you're always like not sure what to say and what to show. You're always leading like this double life.
Yeah, it's like people start laughing at your jokes and you go, "Shut up! I need to continue
I
my
need to
joke. I
continue my
can't
joke,
enjoy this."
yes.
But
Like
this,
I did now.
yeah. But this traditional way of living was introduced because of politics, right?
In 79,
Iranian.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make this a history lesson, but yeah.
Why not?
I mean, it's like what I've noticed. Like I used to be very interested in Iranian history, so I'd read a lot. And the more I read, the less I understood. I don't want to sound smart, but that's why I don't really follow the news, because like the stuff that happened is so complicated. There were like so many different moving parts. So to like summarize, there was a revolution that happened 40 years ago. There were many different parties involved in this revolution.
It was orchestrated by the CIA.
No, but one of them came out on top and eliminated the rest, right? And then you want to understand why did this group come out on top and like execute everyone who was in the other group. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this in public. I don't
Why
know.
not?
Maybe I go back to Iran one day. Whatever, I'm too far in.
Yes.
Yeah, so you want to understand why this happened, right?
Yeah.
So you go read before that, and there's like another Pandora's box that opens. And then you go read before that, then there's another Pandora's box that opens. And like, then you ask yourself, okay, what part of the story do I even know? Like, this happened 40 years ago. We still don't know all the details, right? So the news I see on CNN, how can that be less reactionary? How can that be anything other than just pure reaction to something that happened, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
maybe-
I'm just thinking. This is fucking wild.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is,
You're happy to be in Switzerland.
I'm happy to be here. I feel bad that I'm here, honestly, because
What?
I feel like I'm so privileged that I live this life. Like a lot of my friends who I grew up with, they don't get to do this. They live much tougher lives than me, right? So like I started comedy. I had like one of my best friends growing up. We would just tell jokes to each other the whole day, like fart jokes. Like growing up, we were like kindergarten, just telling fart jokes and whatever.
Yeah.
Very funny guy, right? Probably the reason why I like jokes, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't get to do this, unfortunately, because he stayed back in Iran, you know? I
Yeah.
got so lucky, and I feel a guilt, you know?
All right. First of all, man. Look.
Yeah, I'm glad that you have a pastor with you that
Yes.
can relieve some of your
No,
guilt.
not only pastor, but I did 6 years of fucking therapy exactly to deal with the guilt of living here,
Yeah,
of leaving Brazil behind.
Yeah.
Because Brazil's a different kind of fucked up, but still
Yeah.
fucked up.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like maybe I don't want to compare sufferings. You know,
Yeah,
suffering,
yeah,
but
yes,
it's a different kind. So for me, it was also really fucking tough to like accept the life that I have now.
Yeah,
Accept the happiness that I have, accept my capabilities, accept what I'm good at, what I'm bad at, and this kind of stuff. So there's one lesson that I learned was that you are not in control of anybody else's happiness,
yeah,
first of all.
yeah,
Only yours.
yes.
So the fact that they are suffering has nothing to do with you.
I mean, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so that fact alone should be enough for you to not feel guilty because that has nothing to do with you. You didn't do it, and you can't. The thing that you did it was study hard, work hard, and then take the opportunities that arrive. That's why you're here.
Yeah.
There is luck involved, yes, but there's luck involved also on the shit things that happen.
Yes.
So shit things happen to good people, and shit and good stuff happen to bad people because life is random.
It is, yeah. I
So
fully agree that
the
everything's
earlier they
random.
accept the randomness of life and
Yes.
and accept the goodness that come to you because of the goodness you have in you,
Yeah.
the easier it's gonna be to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree. Maybe I shouldn't have said guilty, but
But I think you feel like we do feel guilty.
we do. Yeah, I mean, how can you not, right? If you
Well-
just think about it, you're like, okay, it's love. I don't know. Maybe you just have imposter syndrome in a weird way that you're like, it's just
Man.
randomness that I ended up here.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's like the two component equation.
Yeah.
There's the random kick by life, and there's
Yeah.
the deterministic part that comes from your hard work. So
Yeah.
if we know that the random part is there, focus on the deterministic part, which is the good things that you did to be here.
Yeah.
Because your friend in Iran didn't get your job for you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You fucking did. You stay home and like got depressed programming before you could
Very
get that job.
depressed, yes.
Yeah. So like you pay the price. Even if you feel guilty thinking that you didn't have to pay a price. First of all, you can be happy for free.
Yeah.
No happiness has a price attached to it.
Unless you take some Zoloft or whatever. Yes.
What I mean is that like you can be happy with what you have, and what you already have it's already paid for.
Yeah. I mean, thank you so much for these reassuring words.
This motherfucker. I don't know, man. I can't be serious.
This is the musical moment.
Yeah, and then the white man attacked.
Yeah, we came full circle. We came back to Dave Attell.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's weird how we can connect. We have such different backgrounds, like Poland, Brazil, Iran. Also, the other people you meet in life.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you're human. You know.
Yeah.
Like one thing, I saw a comedian a few months ago, Victor Patrashan.
Yeah, he's coming to my house next week.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna sleep in this sofa, by the way.
Ah, nice. Can I smell it after he's in it? Yeah. Okay.
That's how you get funny. You
That's
just
it.
smell him.
Smell him. Amazing comedian. If
Yeah,
you don't
he's
know him.
incredible.
Yeah. And his whole hour was about like world history and facts about countries and cultures and religions and languages. He knows so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what he was conveying is basically,
We're all the same.
yeah, it's all made up. Like the ideas we have about our identities or whatever. It's like usually some old white guy made it up like 100 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And we grew up believing it's true.
Yeah,
But when you really think about it, it's bullshit, right? Like what you define yourself
as a country,
Yeah.
It is. I think people are defined by their own experiences, and we have very similar experiences.
Right.
Like me in you. Like
Yeah.
Łukasz not so much because his suffering comes from a different like
Different place.
place.
Different end
But
of the
it-
spectrum.
But like but a lot of suffering it's what shapes you, and I
Yeah.
feel like I can connect to you a lot because of growing up in a place that you were suffering without knowing that life was hard.
Yeah, I mean it was just normal when you
just
grew
go
up
like,
in a-
oh yeah, whatever, yeah. I mean, it's normal that I can't say this. It's normal that I can't leave the house at certain hours. It's normal that my friend got shot. You know, it's
Yeah, and that's hard.
yeah, because it happened to my other friend last week. So
Right.
the next week some other friend's gonna get
Yeah.
shot. It's just how it is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. In Poland, there's no guns.
You shot guns
I
in
shot
Poland.
guns
You
in
told me
Poland.
about this,
I love that.
but I haven't.
Not yet.
I love guns, dude.
Not yet.
I can see that, yeah.
That
Like
I love
you're,
guns.
You're on top of a horse
Yeah, with
with
the
a
fucking
cowboy hat
Yeah,
and the gun, yeah.
yeah.
Probably a BB gun though. What was it called? Tex Avery or what's the show?
Whatever. Yellowstone. Yeah, no. But you know I like horses too.
Yeah, sure.
No, did I tell you about that?
Yeah, you
shit.
told me
I
about
can't
that.
shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like people.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, and countries are weird. But this is, I think, why I don't really have jokes about this country is like this country is like that.
Right.
Because I mean, I know so many different Polish people. I know so many different people from different nationalities, and you can generalize, of course. Like
Right.
culture has some influence on like things, but. I don't. I rather look at the individuals separately in a way, rather than at Germans are like this and Polish are like that.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing what Victor would say, which probably maybe I should ask him to come here and explain it himself, is that he says that individual people are the same too. So for him, like there's like 6 kinds of people or 10 kinds of people, and then like they just repeat in different places of the
Right.
world, but they're all the same.
Yeah. There's white girls that get matcha latte and
There's personality traits that sort of group you around a certain kind of people, and then like I'm not sure if I agree
with the white girls or
with the white girls. I agree, matcha
With-
lattes are amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree that you can simplify it that much. But he thinks he does. He's like, no, you can't. Like, everybody's just the same.
yeah. We're all apes at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Call Joe Rogan, dude.
Yeah, the smartest of the apes. Joe Rogan.
Bonobos?
Huh?
Bonobos?
No, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
It's the smartest ape.
I would have said Andrew Huberman, but you know, whatever. I don't know what I tried with my hand. Whatever.
What was that?
I don't know.
I don't know who.
I signaled to the spies watching. That's the.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Are you referring to the fact that Andrew Huberman had a lot of controversy lately?
Who is Andrew
Oh, you don't know Daddy Huberman?
Huberman?
Oh
No.
man, he's
Is
like
he
this
Swiss, I think?
hot scientist guy that talks about stuff about how to take care of yourself and get healthy and be a man on podcast.
Jordan Peterson?
No, but like it's Jordan Peterson for health instead
Okay.
of for psychologist stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then lately he was on a little bit of controversy because he had a bunch of lovers, extramarital activities. And to be honest, I don't blame him. I blame the ladies. Just kidding.
I can't relate. I mean.
Yeah, you can't relate. I haven't talked to a
fucking
woman
don't.
in days.
In years,
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Łukasz, what's going through your head, man? There's a lot going on. You're so quiet. What's going on?
It's one of those moments when I wish I was non-binary so I could
Take your
talk to
pants
you
off?
as a
Ah.
woman.
Oh,
No,
thank you
anyway.
so. That's such an. You guys are so nice. That was such a nice. Because I said I haven't talked to a woman. You know, he said I wish I. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who we are. We are charitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm learning from Richard, you know.
Learning
He's
from
teaching me a
Jesus.
lot. Yeah, trying
I
to
preach.
drop my guilt, you know, how
Right.
lucky I am with
I
many
preach.
things in my life.
Yeah, but these I got angry at you. There's one time that I got pissed.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, I have this job, it's so easy and the salary is so great. And he was feeling guilty and I got fucking pissed.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck? You're fucking awesome. You're so smart. Psh, psh, psh. You deserve every single money cent you get.
Right.
Oh, you motherfucker, I love you. That's how yeah. That's how I gave him love.
I guess once you have a corporate job, you can't help but feel that way.
No.
Because you spend your
Who
entire
cares?
life studying and trying hard to get a good job, then you finally get the good job and you barely use your brain, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you get to press the buttons at the correct moments.
Yeah, you get
so-
to copy paste from ChatGPT. Some
Or for
point.
Stack Overflow if you're old school.
Yeah, I haven't used it since ChatGPT came out.
Yeah,
It's
why?
way faster. Yeah. I mean, at some point, they're gonna have literal like monkeys in the zoo doing it, the
You
copy
mean
pasting
Oh man,
in
I almost
exchange
did
for
a terrible.
literal peanuts.
I almost did a terrible joke.
Yeah, I'm glad that we.
I'm glad you didn't talk about the IT being completely outsourced to India.
No, I thought like yeah. You know what we call IT people, or like coders, code
What?
monkeys, right?
Yeah,
So at some point there's gonna be like literal monkeys.
literal
from the
monkeys.
zoo
Yeah, I mean you can
doing it
probably
for peanuts.
you can probably do like selective breeding for the smarter monkeys,
Yeah.
and then just get them to work for Google.
I think this
You're.
is-
I think they're kind of doing that already. With
Let's get canceled.
not Google, but every company.
Oh yeah.
I'm really getting this down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is the
killing
musical
this.
intermission. So now we change topic.
Hello everyone, let's talk about light. So light is important because without light I think you cannot develop life on Earth. So
my god, Łukasz.
I'm trying a new thing.
What?
I got a joke book for kids.
you bought a joke book for kids?
Yeah,
What
like
is-
a kid's joke book, right?
You're such a
Oh,
fucking nerd.
Okay.
And I wanna flip them into like adult, not like adult, like I don't know, sex jokes, but like stand-up jokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And when you said light, one of the jokes was about that. It was like, what can go through glass but not break it?
Light.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, kids' jokes are shit, but can you make that into a good joke? You think? I tried.
Can I make? Yes. What can go through glass but not break it?
Gamma rays.
No, the guilt of existing in a first world country.
Wow, topical.
Hey, that was a they got back.
Topical and callback.
And the callback,
Two
yes.
in one.
Because when you're depressed, you're not open your window, but the guilt is coming.
Right.
Hey,
Nice.
ba-da-doom, ba-da-doom, ba-da-doom,
Nice.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh my god, yeah. I feel guilty now.
You
Yeah, the
should.
guilt came through the glass.
It came through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the window's closed.
The window's even closed, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even break the glass.
Yeah, my mom used to tell me, Richard, you know what's faster than light? And I'm like, what, mom? And she'd go, thoughts.
Wow.
I thought love, but
Yeah, and I should be like, imagine that you are in Jupiter right now. And I would go, yeah? She goes, light is still traveling and haven't arrived there, but you are already there. And I'm like, thanks, mom.
Your mom was right, my god.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Your mom is smart.
Well, she
well,
sent you
yeah.
to Jupiter as a kid.
Yeah,
I'm jealous
yeah.
now.
So it sends you to Jupiter to get more stupider.
Yeah, but Pouya, what's your writing process? Because I remember first time we talked, you were showing
You really
all the
explained.
jokes that you wrote.
It just Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V with ChatGPT. I really
Yeah.
told them.
Yeah,
The
and
monkey
and
does
the,
it for me,
in
actually.
the kids' book, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you should paste the kids' book to ChatGPT and then.
I think ChatGPT already tells you kids' jokes. Because it can't do dirty jokes, it
No,
refuses.
but his jokes are shit.
Yeah.
I've never had a single ChatGPT joke ever being good.
No, me neither.
Ever.
I tried that as well. No.
I mean, I like it when I need a specific thing to fill a gap for a premise,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I like it.
Yeah, it's good for brainstorming.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what
Right,
are,
yeah.
give me a list of clothes that you can thrift shop or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah, sucks.
that sucks.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but tell us about your writing
My
process,
writing
sir.
process. Yeah.
You,
Because
do
it's
you,
interesting.
yeah, so do you use a pen or a pencil, and what kind of lines do you have on your notebook?
Okay, so I use my computer.
Oh,
Yeah,
You're
I
one of-
hate writing with hand because every teacher growing up told me that my handwriting's shit and I'm gonna get nowhere in life with this shit handwriting, and I told them I don't think that's true, and I still refuse to write with my hand till this day.
Did you
So-
actually told them that, Pouya, or you just like in the moment, like just going for like, you guys had to be there to see it. The teacher told me I'm not gonna be anywhere, and I was like, you will see, teacher, I will get to places.
I guess I told my mom that they will be wrong.
Alright.
Not the teacher.
Alright,
yeah, no,
okay,
not the
alright.
teacher. I ignored the
said that
teacher.
you just went home and cried, and then your mom's like, why are you crying? Teacher said that I cannot write, but my handwriting's great, look at this.
My parents sent me to like a handwriting class as a kid.
Oh my god.
To like
dude,
learn
that's
better
horrible.
handwriting. Yeah, because in Farsi we have like the Arabic script,
Oh my god.
and there's also an art form that exists with the script. I'm sure everybody's super interested in this. It's like drawings. They like take a poem and they use like a special whatever, like pen made of, I don't know, wood or bombs or whatever, and they write like the right stuff, right? And I went to one of those classes. Yeah.
Did that help?
Nah. I did well. I did the homeworks well, but I wouldn't apply it to my daily handwriting. I would still keep doing my shit handwriting.
Alright.
it wasn't a transferable skill.
No.
Yeah, I was just very stubborn, I guess. Yeah, I had my. Anyway, so I use a computer.
Wow.
I use my phone. I just write down anything that I notice or comes up in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And then I learn basic joke structure. I sit down, I try to put it into that. Then I look at it, usually it's shit. I say it out loud, I'm like, okay, this is still shit. I rewrite it, I say it again, I rewrite it, I say it again. I say it in the shower, then I'm like, okay, this is still shit. Then I do the same 5 jokes again. This is my process.
Yeah, but it was good that you have 5 good jokes.
Yeah.
So that's great. I'm
Yeah.
still working on my first one. Yeah, one day.
No, man, come on. You have amazing jokes.
Yeah,
I have emotions on stage, and that's
yeah. I mean, Mark Norman said something that.
Mark Norman's coming next week.
Yeah,
No.
to this sofa.
Yeah.
I should smell it then twice.
he will be sleeping on this sofa.
Yeah, for sure.
With you.
Mm-hmm.
He said that your mind keeps writing, right? So if a premise is exciting enough, you're just gonna have a random thought, maybe in 2 weeks, like, oh shit, that's what was missing.
That's what happened with me and the egg joke.
Right. Yeah.
I had the punchline and no setup.
Mm.
And I loved the punchline. I
Yeah.
had no setup, and I kept thinking about like how can I justify this fucking punchline. And it
Yeah.
took me a week and a half to come with a nice justification, and now the joke works.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to tell us the joke?
Man, I want people to come to the show, but I can tell the joke. So the punchline was, if God didn't want me to throw eggs, why did He make them so aerodynamic? which is a fun, quirky punchline.
Yeah.
But it just as a thought, people would giggle. Some people would laugh really hard,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't hit. So now I say, you know, when you're a kid, you do a bunch of things that you're not proud of, like eating burgers, and then I need to come with nice examples in between. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I used to throw eggs at our church, which I'm not proud of. But then it occurred to me, if God didn't want me to throw eggs, why did He make them so aerodynamic?
Nice.
And then it hits, and then I do an act out in which God is looking down. So, oh, finally somebody figured out what I made those for.
Yeah.
You know, like people, can you believe, Gabriel? People are eating this shit. You know? Like this kid is a genius. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him. Next week maybe they'll figure it out what to do with cucumbers. And that's it. So now it became a whole fucking joke, but it took me a week and a half just thinking about this.
Yeah. I mean, your mind just works on it in the background.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a good joke.
aerodynamic eggs, man.
Aerodynamic eggs, yeah. Some jokes are frustrating. Like,
Oh yeah.
I have this cement joke. It's about my parents inviting random people over at our house,
And
and
then-
I do a thing that they invited like some construction worker over,
Mhm.
and they want me to network with him, but I'm a software engineer, blah blah blah. It worked well the first time, like the first 2 weeks I did it. Then it just bombed, right? And I kept like rewriting parts of it, and that part would work, but the previous part wouldn't work. It's a whole thing that like from start to finish has to like work together, right?
Yeah.
And you fix one part, it breaks the other part. Or you get the laugh in the middle, you're not gonna get the laugh at the end because that's not like punchy enough or whatever.
Yeah.
So
So it's like trying to cover yourself with a short blanket. You cover the head, the feet show. You cover the
Exactly.
feet, the head shows.
yeah, and then you finally just stand up and not sleep.
No man, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find because there's something there. So you just need to work
Yeah.
out.
I rewrote it again this morning.
Yeah. You
Yeah?
had the
Yeah.
"Don't you hate it" joke was like that too.
Yeah, don't you hate it? I'm still trying to figure out how to do it well.
Yeah, because if you're a loving man, you don't hate stuff.
Yeah, but that's why I'm trying to put it on the audience. Don't you hate it?
Don't you hate it
Yeah.
when you're lactose intolerant and the supermarket is made of cheese?
Oh, but actually I thought No, but- that's your.
Yeah.
But I was thinking if I can combine it with carton. Don't you hate it when you pack all your carton nicely and tidy everything up, make it all perfect? And it turns out it was the paper day.
Too
Swiss.
Too Swiss.
Too Swiss?
Too
I thought
no,
maybe
you
I
can't-
wrote my first Swiss joke.
No.
No?
You,
I
you
still haven't written a Swiss joke yet.
It would be nice.
Good job.
Yeah.
It would be nice if it was a complete misdirect. It's like,
Ah.
don't you I hate it when you pack your
Right.
carton and you prepare everything and it still tastes like cardboard. You know,
yeah.
Yeah, or
You know,
you
when
realize it's your
you-
neighbor's house, so
something like that. I don't think you're gonna do better than it still tastes like cardboard, but you can try.
I let it taste like cardboard and I like it better than neighbor.
I love misdirections. You're gonna see my level of autism now. the misdirections that involve like
Autism
a
warning.
yeah, that involve like a place, right?
Mm.
So what you just said I love. He said, don't you hate it when you do the cartoon, but then you're in your neighbor's house, right?
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, that's
So
funny.
you like this one?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, I may try it.
Mm.
But you have to
Something like
say
this.
it differently.
Yeah, yeah,
You have to say then your neighbor comes and he's like, I told you not to get in here or something. I don't know.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm ruining this adventure.
No, you're
Should
not.
we start over? Hey everyone, welcome to
Welcome to Brolish podcast.
Yeah, hello everyone. We're just starting a new Brolish podcast. Let's go.
I'm your host Richard Cunha.
and I'm me.
And that's Pouya. Oh, I cannot say your surname, man. Pourjafar.
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 In Swiss
Pourjafar.
German.
In Swiss German. Yeah, man, you speak Swiss German. That's impressive.
See.
Why the heck? See, why didn't you try comedy in German?
No, I've never said a funny thing in German. I can barely say a grammatical sentence in German. The thing
That's
is,
funny.
like, I sometimes still make mistakes when speaking German.
Mhm.
Like when I'm tired or whatever, I haven't spoken in like a week. And you see how you bomb. Like you're talking to someone and you say like the wrong article or whatever, and you see their face is the same face someone makes when your joke bombs on stage.
Oh my God, man. Wow, that's horrible. Like I didn't want to learn German before. Now I want to even less. This is painful.
That happened last night. Yeah, I was talking to these two people, and then I was so hungry, and I just like, I made a mistake, and I noticed it right after I say it, but I don't want to say, oh, sorry, I meant that other case, right? I said the wrong article. But I saw both their faces, like, okay, this guy is more foreign than we thought.
Oh.
Maybe we don't like him after all. Yeah?
Oh. Damn, dude, that's painful.
I should just pretend I don't speak Swiss German. Honestly, I think that would have been more of an advantage.
To pretend not to speak Swiss German.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Why?
then they would talk bad about you in Swiss German and you would know.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, first of all, I would know. Second, like Swiss people somehow don't like other Swiss people, especially if they have like different dialects. I think it's like a major turnoff.
I don't think Swiss people like people.
Yeah,
But okay.
but I think they're more open to like expats, at least in Zurich,
Yeah.
than like some guy from Basel. Or you know what I mean?
I see.
Maybe that's just maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't know, you're here for longer than us. You're here for 13, 14 years?
Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
spent the
you
first
know.
5 years at home though. Homeschooled. No. I wasn't homeschooled. No.
I think you be.
I
You
fit
would
the
fit the
bill.
profile, yeah.
yeah, you seem like you were homeschooled your whole life.
You feel like you're being homeschooled right now.
Yeah,
It
I
feels-
just can't get past the history lessons. Yeah.
Oh,
tough.
shit.
My dad keeps telling me.
Your dad's a cool man. Yeah, I met him. He's a nice guy, yeah. He's a nice guy.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my humor comes from my family. You know, my parents and also my cousins, my uncles. Like
Mhm.
when we were around, it was just like always just having fun, saying stuff, not meaning it really. You know?
Yeah.
Just
I-
having fun with your
yeah.
family.
Yeah.
You said that your dad is
Same
a
with
big
my
influence,
family, yeah, my dad and my
Mhm.
cousins, my sisters. We were just cracking each other up. when we
Yeah,
were
I feel like
young.
I feel like my family's humor come from me,
Okay. And yours comes from the church.
and mine comes from Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, because Jesus
Allahu
says,
Akbar.
"Make the other laugh before you can laugh yourself."
Inshallah, brother.
Inshallah, Allahu Akbar. Is it that get canceled by saying Allahu Akbar?
I don't know.
I
don't
think
run
as
the
long as you don't
cancellation.
put the picture of the prophet, you're fine, no?
Yeah, I mean I allow it, but I'm a kafir or whatever.
Kafir.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Kafir?
Yeah, the food.
the food. Yeah,
Ah.
it means sinner in Muslim.
Oh, you were the guy. You live close to that place. It's called Haram.
What? I don't get it.
isn't it haram a place that people?
Oh, yeah, like a harem? Like
Harlem Shake?
All right.
Hey,
No. Now is the moment I go meta. So this was a failed attempt at a joke in which I played with words haram and harem as being the same thing, as if a haram, the thing that you do that is wrong, was a place. Thank you very much.
That's why you don't do puns, kids.
Yeah,
They usually suck.
Wait a minute.
avoid
Don't
puns.
say that over here because the people who need to hear it is not watching.
Ah. You know the kids joke book I bought is mostly puns.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It teaches you something about psychology. I think like kids jokes for like in Iran, they have a lot more like absurdity
Okay.
than
yeah.
like English kids jokes.
Which is what like Łukasz was saying, that he has this episode in which his friend was pretending that the football was going to take coffee.
Right.
To get a coffee, and
Yeah.
that was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, and I think a lot of humor is absurdist, at least that I was exposed to in Poland.
Yeah.
Explains
So
it a
you
lot.
feel the Polish humor culture is more absurdist
Yeah,
than like the
Bober
English
Kurwa.
one, or
Yeah, but only I realized I realized it after some Polish people would come to me after the show and they would,
Yeah.
oh, I really liked it, and it reminds me of the Polish thing, which I hadn't known,
yeah.
but
Bober.
so I was told.
Bober.
That's a very interesting thing about doing comedy, and you told me this the first time,
Oh no.
that like people in Switzerland have much more empathy than like in America, for example. So you can't do like self-deprecating jokes to that level, you know? And I feel like like the humor we have in Iran is even more not self-deprecating, but like more cruel sort of towards like someone else, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it makes sense when you explain that people live two lives, that they live their public life different from their personal life, and that there are different people inside their house and outside.
Yeah.
It makes sense that you have this hate because you have to beat someone else,
Okay.
and this builds resentment.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that what makes you laugh is just by expressing this resentment towards something, because then you direct it outwards.
Yeah. If
So
that
I
makes
think
sense.
Wow.
Never thought about it like
I can't
that. but
believe
yeah.
it that I made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, mom, you watching it?
You're good at this. You should start a podcast.
Doesn't speak English.
Over.
Bober kurwa.
At some point, ChatGPT will be translating this
That's
very
what
well.
I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I should translate it in Portuguese so we get 40 more viewers, which was gonna be just my aunts and cousins.
Right.
That's 40.
Dude, I can put all of Iran to watch this. I mean, they don't need to speak English. They just like watching stuff.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Please.
All my
do that.
cousins.
Yeah.
All of Canada. You have a huge base in fan base in Canada.
man, yeah.
That's where
That's
we at.
cool. Yeah, you've been to Canada, no? For
Yeah.
a while.
For a few months, yeah.
Just a month.
Oh.
4 months or 5 months.
Was
yeah.
it like studying or
Yeah, it was an exchange semester in Toronto.
Toronto?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
You've been to Canada?
No.
No. To America?
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't let me in America.
Canada
so
is in America.
North America.
North
yes.
America, yeah.
North America. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's been a pleasure to talk, and
Oh really? We're finishing.
I just wanted to say, I was talking about I don't believe in countries, and then I was saying that Polish humor is like this. So yeah, I was not. It's not. There are many things that are hard to explain.
Right.
I think I believe, maybe you don't believe in countries, but you believe in cultures. And
Yeah,
sometimes
right.
cultures match a country
True.
border.
True.
That's what,
And
maybe
then
what
yeah,
you mean.
and also I was saying it's just about the individuals, but there are cultures as well. This
I think
is
there
true.
are cultures that are better than the others.
Yeah.
And we're
And
gonna
there are
talk
cultures on different scales as well.
that. Yes, true. That's true. Like now we have a global culture because of the internet.
Right.
Yeah, which is called the internet culture, and it encompasses more, ignores the countries, you know, because I can say Bober kurva,
Yeah.
And you are gonna laugh about that
Yeah.
because it's an Instagram meme. You're gonna laugh about that because why is he saying Bober Kurva?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you told me about this. I had no
exactly.
idea.
But I can say that in fucking France, and then
Yeah.
there will be 3 teenagers that are gonna go like, hey,
Bober.
Bober! And like, yeah, perdole, Bober which we're gonna put the meme so you guys can see it. And so, yeah, I guess the take home message of this podcast is do something that makes you happy.
Right.
If that's stand up, if that's kayaking, if that is a joke about Bobber.
Yeah.
But
Also-
don't go hiking.
No.
It's lame.
No, and be kind to yourself and kind to each other.
And to your
Exactly.
neighbors.
Yeah, and guilt is a shit feeling.
Right.
That was a beautiful ending.
Thank you very much for
Thank
listening.
you very much for
Please, if you're on Spotify, add us to your favorite. If you're on YouTube, give us a subscribe. It really helps. We love you guys. And shout out to all the Brolish fans that come to the shows too. I know you guys. I know you guys are there, and I love you.